Welcome to another weekly GameDev Log. Not made a great deal of progress this week, as I only managed to do a couple of streams. On the plus side though, I did manage to get a load of practice using the drawing tablet that I got for my birthday. Anyway, let's jump into day one. I started the week looking to implement how I could track progress through the game. I didn't want a player to be able to just start the game and then go and play the last level. There needed to be some way to force players to really master the early levels before they could progress further. It also gives you motivation as you feel as though you're working towards something. I ended up choosing a star requirement mechanism, where you can only play certain levels if you'd already obtained enough total stars from each of the previous levels. I started by implementing the UI element for the total stars, as currently there wasn't any way for the player to know how many total stars they had. I then moved on to implementing the actual functionality for this. Currently I wasn't actually storing the total number of stars, I was simply storing on a per level basis how many stars the player had got for each level. This would have been really tedious to try and extract from each of the save files to calculate the number of stars all the time, so I decided to keep a track of this counter. I began testing out the new total stars functionality, but I also found a bug along the way. See if you can spot it before I do. Level 1. Three stars, 158. Bad boy. That's pretty close as well, man. I'm really good at getting that pink colour. Pinky purple. 3 stars. Let's go again. 0 stars. 3. No, I don't want this one. Oh, I've only got 1 life left. Now level 2. 0. Still at 0. Need to try and get some stars, but not loads. Level 2 is really hard, I just remembered. 1 star, so I should have 4? Now let's try and get 3. I don't think I've ever had 3 stars on this one, but we might make a bump here by just going around a few times. I got 3. 6 in total. Minus 3 lives. What? What's this now? Please explain how that's just happened. Minus 3 lives. So as you can see, there was nothing stopping the lives from going past 0, which isn't ideal. I also noticed that there was no repercussions for having no lives. I decided to leave the total stars requirement and focus on fixing this, and also implementing it so that when you had no lives, you couldn't play any of the levels. I disabled the buttons on the level select screen when the lives was at 0. To indicate this to the user, I also made all the buttons a much darker colour to show that they were no longer clickable. Now that I'd fixed the lives bug, I switched back to the star requirement functionality, starting with creating a visual indicator for the levels as to how many total stars are required for that level. After I had the indicator in place, I started smashing out the code. I needed to ensure that I only showed the star requirement for levels where I didn't have enough total stars. If this was the case, I also needed to ensure that the level couldn't be played, similar to how the lives requirement worked. I made some final tweaks to how the star requirement looked, like not showing the 3 stars above when the level wasn't unlocked, and also graying it out, similar to when you don't have enough lives. That wrapped up day 1. I was really happy with the progress. I managed to smash out 2 important pieces of functionality. On day 2, I really wanted to focus on practicing with my new drawing tablet, which is a Wacom Intuos Pro M, which you can see on screen. My first job was to improve the menu backgrounds. I decided I wanted to go for a cartoony wooden effect, so I began finding a load of reference images for me to work off of. I then started drawing the planks for the background image. I found this really difficult as I wasn't used to drawing with a tablet and a stylus. I think the many years of playing shooter games had enabled me to be fairly precise with a mouse, and unfortunately I rarely use a pen or pencil at all anymore. As you can see, it took a lot of trial and error and a whole lot of patience before I started getting used to the tablet. I think it's going to take me a while before I'm really proficient with it. Anyway, I ended up with something I was fairly happy with, so I loaded it into Unity and placed it on my menus to see what it looked like. Next up, I worked on an icon for the lives functionality. I decided to go with a simple heart to represent the lives. This was a little easier than the menu background, but I still found it a little difficult at first. I threw it over to you to check it out in the heads-up display and finally called it a night. I made progress this week on both the coding and the art side of the game, so I can't complain really. I just hope I get better at using this drawing tablet, and fast. Anyway, don't forget to join my YouTube channel or come join me on Twitch if you want to see more from me. Thanks for watching. Bye.